Today we are speaking to Eduardo Aching, Vice President, International Gaming Operations at the games manufacturer Konami. Eduardo, how are things there? How are you?
Very good, Joe. We are here in Nevada, Las Vegas, going through this pandemic, but we are very confident things are going to get better.
Yeah. How have you seen the process of reopening there? As the casinos have been reopening, there have been a few setbacks, reopening again.
Yeah, what we're seeing, speaking for a lot of the operators, Latin America and Europe, let's say, everybody has been shut down their operation for the last 3 months. And on the last months, the majority of the, not majority, but some of the casinos are starting to reopen, correct? So luckily, say they are putting all the process and procedures in place to mitigate or reduce the risk of their players to get infected, their employees to get infected with that. So they're very focused on that, and looks like the efforts that they are doing will have some good rewards in the short, medium term.
Mm-hmm. What's the atmosphere like there in Las Vegas? Certainly there seemed the demand was there certainly in the first days of reopening.
Yeah, it's the same as international. Let's say all the operators are very cautious in reopening the operations here. They are following the guidelines, the state guidelines, the federal guidelines to mitigate this. This is very important because I say give some security, some peace of mind for the employees and the players going to the casinos. So far we're doing good here. The majority of the casinos are open as well, and looks like we're going to keep this pace and until everything gets back to a normal. Might take a little bit longer, but might take to a normal.
Mm-hmm. And how have you seen the reaction from the customers? The casinos have seen obviously customers returning. The experience is undoubtedly going to be slightly different because of restrictions. But are casinos sort of confident they're finding a way, to introduce the restrictions without impacting on the kind of experience of visiting the casino?
Yeah, everybody is doing their best. Let's say for sure won't be exactly the same experience we had 3-4 months ago, because without no restriction, no social distancing, no masks, no this, no that, it's going to be a little bit different, right? Mm-hmm. But everybody's adapting. Say people understand that say we're going to need to be to adapt for this new situation so we can move on with our lives, correct? On what we're seeing a lot is going to be a lot of change on the configuration of the floors, especially because on the past you would see a lot of setups in line, machines back to back, very close one to another one. What we're seeing Europe, Latin America, even in the US, people is transitioning for more spaces between the machines and also using what we call the pod configurations, this kind of a circle that goes around. For instance, say, for the manufacturers, it's really not a big problem for us because all our products, we're already designed. You can set up less in line, as you see on my back here, or you can set up the machines in a pod configuration, right? So the pod configuration looks like it's gonna have a big push because the pod configuration is like a circle and gives way more space between the players, correct? So this one, say we're seeing a lot of operators moving a lot of their floor for this kind of setup.
Yeah. So tell me, how's Konami working with casinos then through the process? Are you finding that customers are asking questions, asking for advice from your side about how to approach things?
Yeah, although we have everybody have been locked down for several months, correct? We were working quite hard with the operators because they knew, let's say, once the casinos starts to reopen, they cannot just, okay, let's open tomorrow and move on. There's a lot of preparation that needs to be done. That's where the manufacturers really can help a lot the operators because there's a lot of procedures also to reset up the machines, put the machines up and running, check if everything is working, correct? So that's where we help them a lot, providing instructions for them, some best practice guidelines for them on how to restart the machine. Because possibly machines after 2-3 months that were, if they were switched off, when they switch on again, might have a failure in the monitor, a failure in the main board, so that, and we're going to need some spare parts, correct? So Konami has been working for the customers on that to supply spare parts, technical assistance when necessary. Let's say a lot of the technical assistance we have been doing it through video conference, correct? So all the architects have cell phones, they can do WhatsApp or FaceTime or Zoom to try to get more details for the technicians on the floor. In some instances, we are able to go to the casino to send the technician there to go to the casino. But it's a little bit more complicated because Konami has also to protect our employees, to protect the employees of our customers as well, correct? We have a set of procedures that our technicians have to follow. The casino also has a set of procedures that our employees, anybody that goes on the property, we have to follow, right? So it takes a bit more time because we have to make sure that, say, everybody's following the correct procedures, so we minimize or even eliminate any unnecessary risk to get anybody infected.
And it's obviously a lot of work in adapting to new ways of working in terms of the actual the way
yes,
that
it's also the way we're going to be working forward as well is going to be changed. Let's say it won't be as easy as before. We'll require more coordination between the operators and us, because we won't be able to go there in probably just a specific time. Is to say there's a lot of requirements that we're going to need to learn and navigate through the next few months.
What about in terms of products themselves? Has there been any change to the way you're looking at development, or the kinds of games that you're looking at?
I would say the product itself, there's not major changes where anybody's planning, and I'm not seeing any changes for the short term as the game point of view, right? The game is still, let's say, the same games, similar games you had on the past, you're going to still have now. The difference, as I said, is going to be more on how you place those machines on your floor to have the necessary space in between the machines and put some acrylic barriers or something else. But the game itself, where the person plays, really, I'm not expecting any major changes for that. Really, people like to play before, they're going to like to play again, correct? The only difference is really a physical presence in the casino, the physical barriers to make it then safer on the casino environment.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. And is there anything else that you'd like to add in terms of Konami's work at the moment? What things you have in the pipeline?
Yeah, we are ready to help the customer. Say we're ready to go. They know we are here for them. Say we're in over the past 3 months, Konami and our distributors in Europe and Latin America, we're keeping close contact to our customers because nobody exactly knew when they would come back or not, right? So we were always monitoring the situation, and this helped us to be motivated as well, because it's not easy to stay 3-4 months out of the office or out of your regular business, correct? Require a kind of a motivation for our people, for the casino people. So keeping a close communication was very important for us, so people can understand we're here for them, right? We are here to help them to reestablish their business so they can move forward, their players can move forward, right? Everybody is very conscious now that we need to, the key piece would be how the players and the employees can feel safe when they're back to the casino, correct? So we're putting all the necessary measures to maintain and keep everybody safe, I believe, okay? So those are the key pieces there. So the players will come back as soon as they feel safe going to the casino. So the more we do in that direction, probably for sure we will help everybody on that point.
I think you've identified the key issues, the safety, and also, like you said, the flexibility. And it seems like that could well be sort of increasingly important as it seems as we're likely to face quite a lot of going backwards and forwards with openings and then perhaps temporary closures, localized closures again. So
that's what we were trying to say. Everybody's trying to avoid. That's why it's very important to do a lot of planning before. So once you open, you have everything aligned. So you minimize also your risk. You have to close your property again. Okay, so that probably would be something that everybody's trying to avoid as much as we can. But in order to do this, for sure, is the planning, is the preparation, is following the guidelines. Is really, this is a completely external factor. It's not related to the machines or to the way we did the work before. It's a new set of standards that the casinos are adapting. We are adapting to that so we can make sure everybody's safe when they come back, and we don't need to close again the operations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. That's a priority.
That's
Fantastic. Well, great. Thanks, Eduardo, for joining us, for finding the time to speak.
Thanks so much for you guys, and I hope able to clarify. But once again, Konami and the distributors are here for the operators, correct? So we are in constant contact with them. They have information how to restart everything. Products, our R&D during those 3 months, they didn't take any vacation. Our R&D guys were still working very hard to keep the pipeline with new products for the future. We know that life needs to come back to the normal life, and we're gonna need new products for the future days.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks, Eduardo.
Thanks very much, Joe. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.
See you guys.